Hi friends, hope you are doing great. Today we'll be solving generate parenthesis problem. This problem will solve with the help of recursion. Before starting this problem, you should know what is a valid parenthesis. Valid parenthesis is nothing but that has equal number of opening and equal number of closing, and every opening should have a corresponding closing bracket. So let's move to an example and then we'll write a code. So this is our So let's see if we again n is equal to 2. So we know that we'll be creating two open and two close brackets. What it says that open will equal to n and close bracket will also be equal to n. Now as we have said, what is a valid parenthesis is something like this, which has every opening has a closing. This is also valid parenthesis. This is a every opening has a closing, but this is not a valid parenthesis because this opening doesn't have a corresponding closing. Now as you see, there are, suppose when we have been taken n is equal to 2, we have four options, and each box has two options. So there are choices involved. The first thing is like what we'll do is we'll take two variable where one will be open is equal to 0 and close equal to 0. We know open eventually will turn up to n and close will also eventually turn up to n. But right now we'll say start it as a same node. So this is our node. So first we are seeing that open is equal to close. So in the first time we cannot add a close parenthesis, right? Because once we add a close parenthesis, then this will not become a valid parenthesis. So when open is equal to close, then will not add close. Okay, so we'll add here open bracket. Now there are two options. Either we can add a open or either we can add a closing bracket. Now in this scenario we only have one option. Why? Because earlier we defined as like the open should be equal to n. That is the only reason. So we cannot add any more open bracket. So we'll be adding a closing only. Here also we have only one option. If you see why we are not adding a closing here when open and close equal to same. So let's see, if I add a close here, then anything I add further, this will not, because of this, it will not become a valid parenthesis. So that's why here option is also we have to add a opening bracket. Now as you can see, this has only one option because n is equal to open is equal to n and close still has one value to it. So we'll add close to it. Here also we'll see that same thing, that opens are 2 and close is equal to only 1. So we'll be adding a closing bracket, and this is the final answer. So in this problem there are two solutions you have checked. One is that open and close both should equal to n, and second thing is you cannot add close when open is equal to close, so we cannot push the close value. That's how we'll be solving this problem. Let's move towards the code. So this is code. We'll be writing some helper function, const helper n. So what we'll do is we'll save a result into our array. We'll name it as result. So this will be an array. What we'll do is we'll be adding so whatever the options we are adding here, suppose this array that we are creating here, so we'll add suppose a path array that will have this final array and will push into the result. and we have open is equal to 0 and close equal to 0. We'll be taking two brackets, two variables that will hold the value of open and close, and we'll check if whether is open is less than close, open is less than n, then we'll add open, and if close is less than open, then we'll add close depending upon it. Okay, so what we'll be doing, why there is error? Yeah, so we'll check one base case first. So that time, this is the base case. What we'll do is we'll do result dot push whatever our path, whatever the path array has stored, will make a common string into it and will push into it. We'll basically push that common string into the array. We'll check if open is less than n. Then what we'll do is we'll path dot push, our first opening bracket will push, then we'll add helper function result path, we'll say that open is added and we'll add close, then we'll remove the open bracket. Now we'll check if close is less than open, then path will again call the helper function and will say path dot pop and will return the result. So basically what we are doing here is we are creating choices. Like we are on this node, we are saying we'll add opening, then we'll be moving to this choice, then we'll moving to this choice. Same with the close, we'll add close, then we'll move to some choices like this. So it becomes like a decision tree. Let's run this program. Hello. Yeah, guys. So the issue was in this generated parenthesis. We were directly passing it as variable. It should have been passed as a function. Okay, it got accepted and it got submitted also. So if you see, the time and space complexity both are 2 raised to n y, because every time what we are doing is we are taking some decision and we are moving towards and we are storing that decision. Even though we are not, if you see, we are not storing the parenthesis which starts with the closing bracket first, but roughly it will give you 2 raised to n time complexity and 2 raised to n space complexity. So that's it, guys. Hope you like this video. Do like, share and subscribe, and comment down your any solution if you think there is any better solution. Yeah, bye.